We continue with the story of the group's restructure with music manager Benny Green. The band produced several smash hits, one after the other. Sippin' on You was the most genius song ever written, but is still surrounded by a controversial question. Who really wrote Sippin' on You?
There was a young lady after a show, and she was quite large, and I like large, voluptuous women. And we danced after another group was performing, and she was sweating profusely. And I kissed her on the neck, and it was like a bottle of Aquafina water just running down my cheek. And I said, baby, I am sipping on you.
I wrote that. I brought the idea to that because you know what, me and Peter, we were seeing this one chick that we ain't know. And she kind of played both of us.
I wrote the song and produced the song. The only thing I didn't do was sing the damn song.
We had done went out to eat that night, and I brought it back home, and then I had done brought out my granddaddy's corn liquor. So we was just drinking, and it was something that spilled, that dripped down. It was kind of strong. Ooh, I went to get the napkin. She said, "No, baby." She said, "Let me get it off you." So she sipped. She sipped. Well, baby, that was a life experience. And you know what? I knew I was wrong about it because I knew that she was seeing Peter, but at the same time, baby, she over here sipping on me.
He wrote that song. Sly couldn't have done it. I couldn't have done it. Make no trash like that just be a slam hit. Sipping on you. He wasn't sipping on her. She was sipping on him.
I wrote half of it, but it's tied up in court battle, so we're not gonna really talk about it right now.
Just give me what I deserve. Give me. That's all. Can we cut? I don't want to talk about it.
I'm still gonna get mine. Every time the song play, I'm gonna get mine.
The publishing rights remained a mystery. Benny Green's attorney remains adamant about his client, saying Benny did nothing wrong.
But you know what, he had done, gave us the record deal and everything, got us up there, I appreciate Ben for what he do, and, maybe he did some stuff sideways and everything. I don't know, man, I'm just Sly.
The question is, how could these guys sign a contract that was so bad without acknowledging the publishing and royalty splits?
I knew there was a bunch of suckers, really, because the contract that Benny made him sign was kind of ridiculous. I mean, he got 75%, and they had to split 25% between three people. So you don't really have to do the math to know they really wasn't getting nothing. And out of their 25%, they paid for all the hotels, all the food, and the after parties. And they used to party, a bunch of drinking, cigarette smoking, and hey, all the other stuff that was involved back then.
It came back to me, I knew it was a bad idea whenever the fine print at the bottom of the contract was very fine. It was just a straight line. Maybe you need a telescope or something to look at it, because you know what, I ain't read that fine print where I was just gonna get over it.
The other guys couldn't read. I was the only one who can read. And once I really start getting into the paperwork, once you get into Billboard, you start getting all other kinds of money, and you start to meet people. And I started to meet people who were telling me about this, and they were telling me about how you should receive money monthly. We wasn't getting a goddamn thing.
Me personally, I'm a show guy myself. I know a crowd when I see one. I know the entries, the entry fees, the bottle drinks, the table drinks, VIPs, and all that. So I'm looking at the crowd, and we doing our thing. Everybody, we happy, enjoying ourselves. But at the same time, at the end of the night, that money coming up short. It seemed like they didn't pass the collection plate around enough, or somebody was getting let in free. But in the back of my mind, I believe somebody was pocketing some money.
Mr. Green, the one who told me I was a star, looked like he was a star.
That was damn fair. You know, it should have really been 9 to 10. But you know, I had sympathy for the, so I gave him extra. You know what I'm saying? You know, expenses, tour buses, the lavish lifestyles and all this. They call.
By 1985, the band called it quits. Each member launched their own solo careers.
I think we broke up for the women. Some people want to be too pretty, some people want to please the women, some people want to take the money, some people want to do this, some people want to... And it's all a factor of many things, but I think the number one is because Rose, he wasn't getting his glitter rubbed.
Like I said, the last person I talked to and worked with was Sly Sylvester. So,
Sly Sylvester released his last album in May of 1987, titled Ask and Receive, which had 3 songs that made it into the Billboard Top 50, all in the same week. His biggest hit was Personnel, but accusations of stealing the song tainted his career.
I really don't care what they say about Personal. See, I felt that song myself. I wrote it. The lyrics and all, from the making of the instrumentals and the instruments in the back and choreographed the people there. Sly Sylvester made that himself.
I heard you say that you didn't want a friend, ain't looking for no man. Girl, I just wanna let you know I ain't like the guy that hurt you before.
That's my number 1 top original. Y'all go listen to it. It's personal. My goodness. Girl, I heard you say. Hey! I feel like cutting up right now, but at the same time, you know, you got people that try and take credit for what I did. People trying to say that I stole it from. Who did I steal it from? Who did I steal it from? I cannot steal nothing that I already belong to. Vice versa, when Columbus discovered America, how you gonna discover where somebody lives? Somebody trying to discover my song when I already got it. They're a bunch of Columbuses.
He now lives in Omaha, Nebraska, with his wife and 10 kids. Theo Pearl released his solo album called Pretty Please in 1986, which made it to the number 17 on the Billboard charts, but that would be Pearl's last album. Pearl was eventually arrested in 1987 for assaulting Benny Green at Tompkins Lounge in Loughton, Florida, where the two first met.
I'm gonna just put it like this. Country Club malt liquor is the best sip you can ever find.
He later moved to Boise, Idaho, and launched his now worldwide Country Club malt liquor brand. Peter Rose had the most successful solo career, notching 5 Grammys on his debut called Dedicated. Peter was also awarded New Artist of the Year in 1985. As of today, he lives in Willacoochee, Georgia, with his wife and 10 kids. He was also named World's Most Attractive Man in 1990.
Well, one thing I'm proud of as a solo artist is being able to own the rights to my music. I mean, all of the songs that have been wrote lately, I own the masters. A few of them have been used in movies, and I'm so glad about that. And if you have kids at home, you just might want to mute this part out. But one of my, I wrote a soundtrack for a porn film, and that is great. I mean, it's called Get It Off Your Chest, Baby. And that is my biggest accomplishment because, listen, I mean, I make money. Porn is an $18 million business, if not more. But that's what I'm proud of, and just being proud to see all of my lady fans still send me messages and sending me letters with their perfume on it, baby. That's what I'm proud of. Pretty Ricky, the original.
Probably, probably this year we'll probably get together at a reunion. They wanted to perform at the Soul Train Awards, so I plan on being there.
Benny Green became a multimillionaire. He signed his first rap artist in 1985, Rappy T. He also manages his brother, T.T. Candy.
You be screaming TT Candy, how you do what you do to me? So you want this loving?
I'm going to the Soul Train with me 4 bad and my mind on the riches. Damn niggas. I ain't in a reunion my ass. They go reunion.
In 1990, he retired from the music business and became a TV evangelist by the name of Pastor Ped.